Hello friends, this is BB and here we are again with the chess game from Lindores Abbey 2020 tournament. We saw here on the channel game 2 and game 3 of the final, and on the game 2 Daniil won, Nakamura bounced back on game 3. Game 4 was a straightforward draw, there was not much to be said on that one, so we're not gonna show. So here we are, here with the final of the finals. Why I'm saying that? Because this is the Armageddon game. So this is the final game of the tournament, the final day, the final match. So everything is going to be decided here in this game. And as we might mention before, and of course as you might know, the first players gets $45,000. So such a huge prize. And let's see how it's gonna go. But I'm preparing to you that it's a really wonderful stuff. Just to mention two quick things before. This channel, as we all know, it's in English, but I'm from Albania, so I'm gonna try to commentate the final also in Albanian language in another video. It's gonna be after this. Of course, the same game, but trying to do also in Albanian. And also another thing, if you like to support the channel, just click subscribe and down the video, so we can have much more to talk, and also we can grow this channel together. Alright, after those two things are said and done, let's drive you straight into this Armageddon game. And as you might know, of course, Armageddon is when black has 4 minutes on the clock, white has 5 minutes on the clock, but white needs to win on demand. If black wins or gets a draw, he wins the match and also wins the tournament. And Nakamura has the right to choose, so he chooses black, and Daniil has white. And so Daniil, not going anymore for the English Open with c4, but now it's a must-win game, so he goes for the main stuff with e4. And Naga goes e5, he replies on the center, of course, with the main move, and now knight c3 from Daniil. So we have the Vienna game on the board, and now Naga goes knight c6. This is Land's defense of the Vienna. And now g3 from Daniil is the Paulsen variation of the Max Land's defense of the Vienna game. He wants to fianchetto this light square bishop here on g2, and Nakamura goes bishop c5, he develops the bishop, and now Daniil goes bishop g2, he puts that bishop on that very nice square on g2, and now Naga goes knight f6. He develops the knight, prepare to castle, and now Dubov goes knight g2 e2. He also develops the knight and prepare to castle. d6 from Naga, he opens this light square bishop here. It might be developed for later in this diagonal here. And now d3 from Daniil, he reinforces this center pawn. And now a6 from Nakamura, he prevents the knight from jumping here on the b5 square. And now castle from Daniil, and bishop to e6 from Nakamura, develops the bishop to a very good square, and now h3 from Daniil. He wants to send the king here, and then maybe he can try to push this this f4 move, because for the moment this it's pinned because the bishop slices here, so this pawn cannot move for the moment. But okay, the game continues with Naga goes a6, and now king h2 as planned from Daniil, and now d5. As Daniil's allow this, as Daniil allows, Naga goes pushes the pawn on the center to control more space. Of course, Daniil captures on d5 one time, and now Naga decides to capture on d5 with a knight. And now Daniil goes f4 as following his initial plan, And now he captures on f4 from Naka. Before he capturing the pawn, Daniil goes bishop capture on d5, capturing the knight. And here it's a very critical moment of this game, because here Nakamura sent the game all wrong for him, because he played such a mistake, and it might even consider a blunder, because before capturing because of course he needs to recapture this piece here with the bishop, but before he has this this capture in the between move here, capturing on g3, and this is with check, and Nakamura, and then after the Daniil recapture, then you recapture the bishop here. And now after you recapture, you just recapture here again with the queen, and this is very good. Then you can develop this knight here, the queen goes back, and the game continues. Then you castle, puts the rook here on the e file, you castle. For example, if Daniil just tries to develop the queen, you can just castle here, and after a developing move, you just put the rook here on the open e file, and then this is the game continues, and it's an equal game. But however, after this move, Nakamura doesn't go for this one here, in between move with capturing the pawn, but rather he captures the bishop on d5 with his bishop. And now it's a problem, because Daniil didn't recapture the bishop, but first he goes knight captures on f4, he captures the pawn, and now the bishop here it's under attack, because he is attacked twice from this knight and from this knight. It's only has one defense, this queen here. So you need to remove this bishop to protect somehow. So Nakamura decides to go knight to e7. He protects the bishop in this way with the knight. But now Daniil goes instantly queen h5, and now there are a lot of problems for Nakamura. The game has gone terribly wrong for him, because now this bishop is attacked 3 times, and also this pawn here is very weak, because as we see, if this knight will ever move from here, this rook and this queen here is going to have a lot of pressure against the white's king. So Nakamura can't do nothing about this, so he needs to defend this bishop, because it's attacked 3 times, and he does that with going c6. But now Daniil captures on d5 one time with the knight, and now after pawn recapture on d5, Daniil goes knight d6. Of course, the pawn cannot capture here because it's pinned from the queen, and now Daniil with this move attack the queen here, and also attack this square here. As you see, this rook queen allying this beautiful square. And now Nakamura goes queen d6, he moves the queen, and now if he says, if you decide to capture here, maybe I can try and run with the king somewhere, I don't know, hide here, because he just needs a draw, and maybe he can get the draw. But Daniil didn't go for this pawn, but rather he goes for the g6 pawn, knight capture on g7. And now this is with check, as we see, because he needs to move the king. And now king goes to d7, but now comes the rook captures on f7. So as we see, Daniil is up 2 pawns in a completely winning position. But however, Nakamura is going to try to say his word on this Armageddon game, and here in this moment they are both of the player has around 2 minutes on the clock, so they need to play fast, because if you go too low on time on this format, there is the position doesn't matter, it's just about flagging them. So that's why they need to, especially Daniil needs to move fast. Naga goes rook a to f8. He challenged that rook. And now bishop f4 from Daniil, attacking the queen before doing something for this rook here. He does this in-between move with attacking the queen, and now there is no good square to put the queen. Where Nakamura is going to put the queen? It's just terrible position. If you send the queen here in this square, it's just capturing the queen. There is not much to do. So the Nakamura tries a trick. He wants to secure a draw with this one, so he decides to part with the queen for 2 pieces. So he goes first the rook captures on f7, and now Daniil recaptures the queen, of course. Bishop captures d6 the queen, and now rook f2 with check. And now king h1, and now b captures on d6. So as we see, Nakamura gives the queen for a rook and the bishop. So he's going to try to hold this position, but it's going to be very hard for him. And rook e1, Daniil develops the rook, and now Nakamura doubles up on the f file. He goes to rook h to f8, and now queen g4 check from Daniil, and now king goes to c6. Knight e6 from Daniil, attacking this rook here, and also leaving the option for going check to check the king here with a knight. Of course, Nakamura goes to rook a to f6. He removes the rook, attacking the knight, and Dubov indeed goes knight d4 with check. King goes to b6, and now rook a2 from Daniil, offering a rook trade here. If he captures, then he can recapture with the queen, not a problem. And now rook f1 check from Naka, and Daniil goes king g2. The king is very safe here. This square can never be another check, because this rook controls here. Because there is nothing to be worried about. Now he just needs to find the correct moves to win the game. And now Naga goes knight c6. He wants to trade this knight, and maybe he can play with Daniil's time, because here in this position they are around 50 seconds each player. And now knight captures on c6. Of course, Dubov exchanges. He is up material, so he wants to close this game and win the tournament as quick as possible before he runs out of the time. And now, of course, recapturing the knight on c6, and c3 from Dubov. He wants to push those pawns forward, and now rook 1 to f5. Naga goes back with the rook. There is not much he can do. He just wants to protect the position. And now b4. Daniil advances and also threaten here to check the king with the queen. And now Naga goes back, king b7, but now queen g7 with check. Rook blocks on f7, and now Daniil wins another pawn on h6, so now he is up 3 pawns and in a completely winning position. Bishop c7 from Naka, queen e3 from Daniil, bishop b6, he attacks the queen, but now Daniil goes d4, he blocks that bishop, and now bishop goes to c7. h4 from Daniil, he also has this resource here of pushing this pawn. For example, if he's gonna try to give back the queen for those 2 rooks, then this pawn is gonna be very, very close to the queen square. So Naga goes a5, but now Dubov just goes a3. a4 from Naga closes that queen side there, but now queen g3. Dubov wants to push this pawn here, and after he captures here, then he can just recapture with the queen and give a check. And now rook f1 from Nakamura, and Daniel goes b5. Rook 1 to f6. Nakamura is just repeating on an f5, moving the rooks because there is not too many things to be done from him. And now Daniel goes to bishop captures on c6 with check. King captures on c6, and now queen check on a6. Bishop blocks on b6, and now queen gives another check on a4. And also winning another pawn, so now he's 4 pawns up, and he has also queen. So the game is going to be finished very soon. So king b7 from Nakamura. He tries some more moves just for for the better luck, but not much hope on this one. Queen a8. He wants to give a check here with the rook to trade the pair of rooks, and now rook goes to f8, attacking the queen, but now rook 7 check. Bishop blocks on c7, and now we have queen b5 check. Rook blocks on b6, and now these are a lot of winning moves. You can just capture this pawn here, and of course it's winning in a million of possible ways, but Dubov decides to finish it on style and goes rook captures on c7 with check. And it was in this position on move 45 that Hikaru Nakamura resigns the game, and Daniil Dubov is the champion of the Lindores Abbey tournament. Such an achievement for the 24-year Russian boy. After he won the Rapid 2018 Blitz Rapid Championship, he now won Lindores. It was against 13 Grandmasters, the best in the world. He came victorious. Why Naga resigns? Well, there is not much to be done here. You just need to capture this rook, and after the king captures here, just the queen c5 check wins the rook here. After the king moves somewhere, it just captures the rook, and this is game over. So congratulations to Daniil of winning the Lindores, and this was all for this tournament. It was such an amazing run, and amazing show for all of us. The chess life continues again on June 20 when the Magnus Tour restarts with another tournament. But we also in those days till the next tournament comes, we might see other games commentating and analyzing for you here on the channel. And also the soccer life restarts soon, so we're gonna have to talk also about that a lot. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I'm gonna commentate this video also in Albanian language. So for Albanian fans of this channel, they stay tuned with the channel here, because in the next video is gonna be an Albanian analyzing this game. Thank you guys for watching. It was such an amazing covering the Lindores Abbey tournament, and I will see you soon back with a lot of chess life and sport world. Thank you all, and blessings.